Hi. April has been the hottest April ever. May has been the hottest May to date. And now June is the hottest June that the planet has ever seen, according to the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service. Not just that, June is the 12th consecutive month to have crossed the 1.5 degrees threshold temperature, which 200 nations had agreed way back in 2015 not to cross. This threshold figure has been calculated by climate scientists to be that point after which irreversible climate change will make life difficult on the planet. Over 1,300 people died this summer during Hajj due to the heat. In India, there were reportedly over 40,000 cases of suspected heat strokes and over 100 heat-related deaths. Things will get bigger and worse if I tell you that each of us have a simple yet effective weapon to combat global warming. Would you believe? I will come to that later. Nations have been doing their bits to reduce dependence on fossil fuels, which have been believed to be one of the biggest contributors to global warming. Renewable energy has grown considerably, but not enough. Now we have another guzzler of energy in terms of the AI. Data centers that work overtime get heated up and require a lot of cooling. Storage and processing also requires energy. Just to give you an example, training a small model for ChatGPT required over 500 metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, which is the same as gas consumed by cars driven over millions of miles. And most of this energy right now comes from fossil fuels. The popular theory has been that fossil fuel burning and the greenhouse gas emissions generated that led to a spurt of global warming since the Industrial Revolution. Hence, attention has been focused on cutting down of fossil fuels. Governments have the major role to play in this. The pace has been slow and measures have not just been enough. However, another emerging line of thought and studies is showing that there is an easier and more effective way of not just combating global warming but reversing it. Yes, led by Indian scientists Dr. Sailesh Rao and others. They have shown that deforestation is 3 to 4 times more impacting than fossil fuels in terms of emissions and global warming. For details, you can check the link given below. From the 6 trillion trees the planet had 10,000 years ago, just before the agricultural revolution, we now have less than 3 trillion trees, and most of them are very poor in quality in terms of their carbon absorbing capacity. Hard reality, at present we are clearing 1 acre of Amazon forest every second. And what do these trees give way for? They give way for farmlands for humans as well as fodder crops for animals raised for meat. And now coming to the interesting point, 1/3 of land area on earth is already taken up to raise animals for meat. A study from Israel's Weizmann Institute of Science showed that livestock comprise 60% by mass of all land mammals on the planet, higher than humans who stand at 36%. We still have 1/4 of land with trees and grassland. The best and easy way to reverse global warming would be to double the area of forest, say the researchers. How can that be done? Simple, right? What are the forests being cleared for? Mostly for animal farming, for meat and dairy products. So one of the ways that this deforestation can be halted lies in the hands of every individual. Go vegan. Yes, you heard me right. A comprehensive study by the University of Oxford showed that a vegan diet is the single biggest way each of us can make an impact on global warming, way more than buying hybrid vehicles or avoiding flights. For every 1 million people who adopt the vegan diet for just a single month, around 100,000 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions can be avoided. Now, can you just multiply that by the number of people we are, and if we continue this diet for more than a month, that is the power of that each individual holds. Dietary greenhouse gas emissions among meat eaters is between 50 to 54% higher than those of vegetarians, and 99 to 102% higher than that of a vegan. That was what the study found. The study noted that meat and dairy provides just 18% of the calories of an average diet, but takes up 83% of farmland and accounts for 60% of greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture. For 100 grams of protein from beef, there is 105 kilograms of emissions from the production. In comparison, plant protein production results in very minuscule emissions. The study analyzed the real diets of 55,000 people in the UK, and it also used data from 38,000 farms across 119 countries, and hence it's considered to be quite a significant study. Earlier studies too have shown similar results, though the sample size was smaller. A University of Chicago study had shown that going vegan was more effective a way of reducing carbon footprint than opting for a hybrid. Researchers with Loma Linda University in California found that vegans have the smallest carbon footprint, while scientists at the Chalmers University of Technology in Sweden found that reducing meat and dairy consumption is key to bringing agriculture climate pollution down to safe levels. Overseas Development Institute in the UK noted that the fastest way to combat climate change would be to dramatically reduce the amount of meat people eat. So think about it. The state of the planet is going to go worse if we do not do something. And what all of us can do is simple and effective, right? Go vegan. But if that is tough, go vegetarian. And if even that is tough, cut down your meat and dairy consumption slowly and gradually, bit by bit. If every 8 billion of us can do that, we will be bringing down the demand for meat and dairy, which in turn will reduce the land conversion and help us retain our forests, which are very integral if we have to arrest and reverse the global warming, which is actually taking us down the road of disaster. Think about it. Thank you.